Hello Year 5 and welcome to Week 5 Tuesday's maths session. So today we're going to begin by doing a little bit more work on finding fractions of amounts. So I've just got a very brief recap before you have a go on your own again. So the first example shows then 4/6 of 24. And if we remember from yesterday, the first thing that we need to do is we need to divide by the denominator, that bottom number. So you can see here in my example, I've got 24 and it has been divided into my 6 parts and each part is worth 4. So we can see there that 1/6 is obviously worth 4. Now the second step to our problem is going to be to then multiply by our numerator. And our numerator we can see here is 4. So we need 4 lots of our 4 lots of our 1/6. So we've got 4 multiplied by 4 equals 16. Let's have a look at the second example then. This time we've got our 45 and we are being asked to divide our bar into ninths. Now, if you have a little look at that one, have I gone wrong somewhere? Pause the video, have a little look at it. Have I gone wrong somewhere? Hopefully, lots of you have spotted that I needed to do 45 divided by 9. And what I've actually done is 45 divided by 5. So what I think I've possibly done is tried to, or maybe got a little bit confused with actually what I needed to calculate, because I've broken my bar into 5 parts. But what I actually needed to do was I actually needed to break my bar into 9 parts. So forgive me for my slightly wonky lines. I'm going to try my bar again, and this time I'm going to go above the hole. Apologies, I know Year 5 you will definitely be using a ruler and yours will look much neater than mine. There we go. So the first step we actually need to do is 45 divided by 9. Well, 45 divided by 9 is 5. So 1/9 is actually equal to 5. You can see that there. So you can probably see where I've got a little bit confused. I needed to break my bar, I needed to divide it by how many parts there were in my denominator, which was 9. So the answer is 45 divided by 9 is 5. And then how many lots of 5 do I need when I multiply by my numerator? I need 2 lots of 5. So I'm going to do 5 times 2 equals 10. So actually, my answer isn't 18, my answer is 10. So just a little one there. Might have caught Mrs. Gill out, and actually it's a mistake that we often find we can make when we get a little bit muddled, to just slow it down. We're dividing by that denominator, then multiplying by the numerator. So I'd like you to have a little go at the challenges today. Choose a column to try and pause the video now, please. And we have the answers here for you to mark. So on to our main session today. Can I calculate the difference between positive and negative numbers? We're going to be calculating the difference. We talked about this before, finding the difference. We're looking at the difference between 2 numbers. Sometimes this can be done by taking the larger number away from the smaller number, and sometimes it can be done by counting on from the smaller number to the larger number, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So to be successful, we'll probably again be using number bonds to help us, using our knowledge of addition and subtraction, and also using a number line to help us. And I'm sure lots of you found a number line really useful yesterday for calculating, and we can do the same today. So a quick little warm up for us then. Can you order the numbers below from largest to smallest? So I'll give you a chance, if you pause the video now, have a go at that for me. Okay, so let's have a look at those numbers from largest to smallest. I deliberately put in there for you a minus 65, because often we look at the number 65 and go, oh, that must be the largest. But actually, because again, just a reminder, because it is that minus number, if I just click on one more, remember the further away the negative number is from 0, the smaller it is. So we actually started with 23, 12, 9, 1, 0, minus 4, minus 11 and minus 65, which is obviously the furthest from 0. So we looked yesterday at negative numbers. We found number lines are really useful, and the context that we often find negative numbers is when we're looking at temperature. So below freezing point is 0, and below freezing we head into negative numbers, and it's definitely, we've seen some negative numbers over the past few weeks on our thermometer charts when it's been rather chilly. So today then, we're going to be looking at finding the difference. So my first question says, what is the difference between minus 4 and 4? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find minus 4, the smallest number on the between the two, and 4. And I want to find the difference. So in order to find the difference, it's the same as counting on the difference between the two. So I start on minus 4, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer there then is 8 on a structured number line. Now I'd like to model for you finding the difference between minus 4 and 4 on an unstructured number line, an empty number line. Little bit like yesterday, the first thing I want to do is see how many is it to get to 0? Well, it's 4 to get to 0. And how many is it to get from 0 to positive 4? Another 4. So 4 and 4 equal 8. It's a difference of 8. So the same answer, but two different ways of using your number lines, and you choose which one will work best for you. Second example then, the difference between minus 7 and 5. And you might at this point be thinking, oh, I feel quite confident with this. I'm going to be drawing my own empty number line and have a go with Mrs. Gill to see if I get the same answer. So starting on minus 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The answer of 12. Let's try that on our empty number line. Okay, so starting on minus 7, first job as always, how many to get back to 0? That's 7. And how many to go from 0 to 5? Well, that's 5. 7, add 5, all together makes a difference of 12. Okay, so a couple more here then, slightly larger. Minus 12, and we want to get to 8. Same as before. How many to get to 0? That's 12. How many to get to 0 from 0 to 8? That's 8. 12 add 8. Oh, nice little number bond there to make a 10. So 12 add 8 is equal to 20. And another one, again slightly larger this time, minus 17 to get to 15. So first things first, always want to get back to 0 first, so that's 17. How many from 0 to 15 is 15. So altogether then, if I'm calculating this, I can see I've got 2 10s, that makes 20, and a 7 and a 5, that makes 12. So altogether then, the answer is 32. So you're going to work through then lots of questions around finding the difference between the two numbers. You can use number lines if you wish. I particularly like to see, where possible, those empty number lines, but still counting in ones is absolutely fine if that's how you feel confident. And there's also some reasoning tasks which might look a little bit like the one you can see in front of you now. And let's see how we can get on, and hopefully seeing where others, can you spot where others have made some mistakes. We look forward to seeing your work today. Thank you.